Well, Brand Israel is actually a realization that it is possible to manage countries, places, images the same way you manage any other brand image. And this is something that was new to governments until 10, 15 years ago, and we are very proud of the fact that we were one of the first governments that actually engaged in massive, comprehensive research to understand the nature of how our brand is being perceived by its stakeholders, by its fans, by its followers. So this is really what we did. We started with research. The first phase of research discovered a very important element for us, that people, even when they agree with us politically, even when they agree with our policies, it doesn't necessarily it's not being necessarily reflected in their behavior. In other words, the fact that someone agrees with my policy doesn't mean that he or she will become a potential tourist or a potential investor. It doesn't even predict whether they will be interested in Israeli culture or not. So we decided to change the mode of operation from advocacy to relationship building. It's a big change for governments, a big change for cities, it's a big change for any place. And when you start the engagement with specific audiences, you realize that the conversation has to be relevant to them just as it is relevant to you. In the old paradigm, it was all about what we wanted to say. And by the way, Israeli government was not unique in that sense. That's most governments in the world were interested in what they want to say. And their idea of communication with the masses was 100% unilateral. The emergence of social media actually changed that, and now we know that the task at hand is not to win debates. It's not about who's right and who's wrong. It's about building relationships with people of influence, with people that are relevant. The relationships have to be based on relevance. What is it that I have to offer you, the consumer, that is relevant to your life? When there is a match between the needs of the consumer and the offering of the marketer, that's where the marketing magic appears. And I have to tell you that in the last 4 years, incoming tourism to Israel, despite of the regional upheaval, broke all the records. And that's, to us, a proof that our methodology is working.